New, new, new black Wall Street book club. Evan Jefferson, brother, much love. Educating, elevating, because in knowledge is the power and we'll never give it up. Literature that's for the masses. Where to put your money down, now how to watch your assets. Yeah, uplifting others is a passion. My brother Evan, he will turn it into action. New Black Wall Street book club. You should come read with us. Yeah, we comprehend and discuss. If we all just come together, there's no limit for us. Here comes your host, New Black Wall Street. Evan, take it away. New Black Wall Street. New Black Wall Street book club.
All right, beautiful people, man. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight on New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark. That's right, After Dark, man, where we're going to take a moment here to continue to go through the book, The University of Success. And I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified global financial educator, CEO of ERGJ Enterprises, The Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. Book that I wrote, guys, Study of Black Wealth. It's a study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just truly believe that if you want to be wealthy, I recommend that you study wealthy people. We can find that book by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com. And while you're there, you'll find other books in our store and then also an opportunity to join the Black Billionaires Club if you want to walk away from the crowd of broke, busted, and disgusted and get with brothers and sisters who are serious about serious about building wealth, serious about building business, and super serious, first and foremost, about building themselves. Check it out, the Black Billionaires Club, by simply going to the website, theblackbillionairesclub.com, theblackbillionairesclub.com. It's roll call time, beautiful people. Go ahead and hit that like button and share button if you care. If you are your brother's keeper, your sister's keeper, it's getting serious tonight. Make sure you have your pen and paper if you need that. We'll talk about the process that we're going through here for our After Dark edition of the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Go and let us know where you're connecting from. What city, what state, what country, what city, what state, what country you're representing here tonight as we're broadcasting from our virtual studios here in Decatur, Georgia. Just love to know how far our reach is, man. How many people are going to show up at night? We got some people that show up in the morning. How many people is better for them to have these conversations at night as we continue to go through the University of Success? Let's find out who's joined us here tonight for the New Black Wall Street Book Club. It's not the early birds that's getting the worm. It's the late owls, all right? It's the late owls that's getting the wisdom. It's the late owls that's getting the wisdom. Leah Love is in the house, man. Good evening to you. Thanks so much for joining us here today. Brother Amari is in the house. Wilfredo Martinez out of Los Angeles, California. Nita Robinson is joining us out of Albany. Is in the house. Albany, Georgia. Sydney Mealy out of Houston, Texas. Brother Amari as well. Linda Tate Williams out of North Carolina. Marina Del Rey from Brian M. Doctor. Are you a doctor? MD. Right? What's going on, brother? Rochester, New York, man. Darren Smith. What's going on, Darren? Baltimore, Maryland's in the house. We'll have to refresh myself. I know that's right. What's going on, Shiro? How are you? Teresa is in the house out of Chandler, Arizona. Wilhelm Watt has joined us as well in Toledo, Ohio. Brandy Hunter out of Detroit. Man, miss, what's up, Miss Tamika? What's up, Tamika? What's up, Tamika? We got a Miss Allen site. Okay, let me make sure I get myself together. Okay, we got Tamika Allen in the house out of Philly. My roundaway girls in the house, man. Thanks so much. Sincere, what's going on? Great day out of Mapleton in the house, man. What's going on? Michelle Bazell is in the house as well. Now, here's the thing, guys. Thanks so much again for joining. Hit the like button, share button, all the good stuff. We're going to get right into this thing, man. The University of Success. This is our evening reading. And what we do here, guys, we have found, how many guys have been with us the first two episodes, and you found that your mind has really gone to a whole nother, your subconscious mind has been just spurring while you may be sleeping or resting at night. And so what I want to caution you, that as we're diving into this is 50 lessons that come from the greatest scholars as it relates to personal development and success. You might find yourself having a whole bunch to write, not just when we're going through this, but when you wake up or in the middle of the night. So make sure you have a pen and paper, as your subconscious might just start dropping some dimes on you. So I want to prepare you for a whole another dimension that you might find yourself on that you may not have been at when it comes to nighttime sleeping recently, okay? I'm just going to caution you. So here's how we're going to operate here, right? We're going to be reading through lesson 2 today. And as we do that, you may find something that really speaks to you that you want to capture. Now, I have the book, so I can highlight and all that stuff, but you got whatever device you're on. So you might just want to type it in the comments. Let your fingers be your memory as you capture some of these things here tonight. Now, of course, we definitely want to read more of it and come back and read it, but we're going to read it now. You can watch the replay if you need to and all that good stuff as well. But we're going to right into that thing here tonight. So, The University of Success. This is a book written by one of my great favorite authors, Og Mandino. Og Mandino has also written The Greatest Salesman in the World, The Greatest Secret in the World. He is a foremost author, a greatest self-help author in the world, and he's presenting to us the ultimate success book. Everybody put in console #success. Because you're showing up tonight because you either want some success or you want another level of success in your life. Go and put in console #success. You either want some type of success in your new venture, your new idea, your new project, or you're looking to extend the success that you're already having. That's the only reason why you're here. So I know the people that are attracted to my live streams and the broadcasts that I do. You're a person that's here because you want to go to the next level of success. And I believe that you understand that in order for you to go to the next level, you simply have to level up. You have to level up in your thinking. You have to level up in how you operate. You have to level up in order for things to level up for you. So it's going to come down to us. And we also understand that readers are leaders. It's something in these books that we find, right? Something in these books, because Black folk do read. You put it in a book like The University of Success, and we absolutely will find it. Lesson number 2. Let's get into this thing here tonight. Let's find out what we're talking about tonight. I think I wrote this wrong thing down there. Lesson number 2 is actually. Oh, okay. Lesson number 2 is how to fashion your own brand of success. How to fashion your own brand. So I think I got the wrong title up. I thought it was how to count your blessings, but it's not. It's how to fashion your own brand of success. So I'll fix that after the broadcast. How to fashion your own brand of success. Everybody put in the comments on my own brand. My own brand. Put that in the comments below. So here's our leading quote. It says this: until you acquire 5 essential ingredients, success will never be success. Until you acquire 5 essential ingredients, success will never be success. And this is coming from Howard Whitman. Howard Whitman, How to Fashion Your Own Brand of Success, Lesson 2 in our course, The University of Success, New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark. Let's read. Today, there are as many different definitions of success as there are human beings. And there are those who claim with considerable proof that the greatest failure of our times is success, since we have come more and more to equate success solely with material possessions. I've been rich and I've been poor, and rich is better. Chance one show business personality after another, and we all smile and nod our heads in envious agreement. But is that all there is to success? Was Howard Hughes any happier or more at peace with himself when he doubled his first $1 million? Is that movie star, her safety deposit box stuffed with diamonds, more content with life after she sheds her 4th husband number 5? How do you define success? Perhaps you have been too busy at making a living or to ever give it more than a passing thought. Still, if you are attending this university in order to improve your life, and I hope you are, it's not too early to give some guidelines to think about and perhaps adopt for yourself. You did take my advice, didn't you? And you are reading this book with a pen and pencil in hand. I hope so. For there's much value to learn and remember from the brilliant Howard Whitman as he unveils the ingredients of true success from his book, Success is Within You. So this is coming from the book by Howard Whitman, Success is Within You. There are 2 main criteria of success. Number 1, do others think you are a success? And number 2, do you think so? These 2 are related as the straw is related to the ice cream soda. If you want to fully enjoy an ice cream soda, it's nice to have both. But if you have to have only one, it is certainly far better to have the ice cream soda than to only have the straw. For the straw is quite worthless alone. And it is quite worthless and futile too to have the whole world thinking that you are a success if you do not think so yourself. The ice cream of success is your own inward knowledge of it. Given that, you do not necessarily need the acknowledgement of the outside world. Here's my question to you. Do you think you are a success? The trouble comes when we try to fashion our success to the outside world's specifications, even though these are not the specifications drawn up in our own hearts. For whom are we succeeding? For ourselves or for somebody else? Success, if it is to be meaningful, must be a personal thing. Everybody put in console is personal. Success, if it is to be meaningful, it must be personal. It varies from individual to individual as personality varies. Indeed, it springs from the very depths where personality itself arises, and often it takes insightful probing to find out for ourselves what our own ideas of success actually are. Too often we conform to the outside world in our success patterns without thought or analysis, just as we conform in other departments of living. But a few brave ones among us have had the courage to think on this and have occasionally spelled out patterns of success which are at once honest, courageous, and individual. William Faulkner, the Nobel Prize novelist, has said, "I was born to be a tramp. I was happiest when I had nothing. I had a trench coat with big pockets. It would carry a pair of socks, a condensed Shakespeare, and a bottle of whiskey. Then I was happy, and I wanted nothing, and I had no responsibility." One may reject this definition of success. That is, one may reject it for himself, but he cannot reject it for Faulkner. It is a forthright statement typical of the honest Mississippian. I personally get a little tired of seeing the name of Albert Schweitzer every time someone wants to raise the image of deity on earth. And it is interesting to note that even Schweitzer tired of it. On his 80th birthday in 1955, celebrations were held all over the world by Schweitzer's admirers. Funds were raised, over $20,000 in the United States and more elsewhere, to send as a birthday present to the mild-mannered little doctor who gave up worldly fame for the seclusion of darkest Africa, where he could minister to the natives. At his hospital at Lambaréné in French Equatorial Africa, 500 singing, bell-ringing, flower-bearing admirers gathered to greet him on his birthday. For fame shone on the good doctor more brightly in dark Africa than it ever had in the luminous cities of Europe. Schweitzer's birthday comment: "How I regret all this fuss. How tired I am." Here's a man with his own great idea of success, but the world just wouldn't let him pursue it. In the turbulent Europe of the mid-19th century, the convention-flouting, incurably romantic George Sand wrote in one of her famous letters a quite remarkable definition of success. One is happy as a result of one's own efforts. Once one knows the necessary ingredients of happiness, simple taste, a certain degree of courage, self-denial to a point, love of work, and above all, a clear conscience, happiness is no vague dream, and of that I now feel certain. By the proper use of experience and thought, one can draw much from oneself. By determination and patience, one can even restore one's health. So let us live life as it is and not be ungrateful. Let us live life as it is and not be ungrateful. Look at these necessary ingredients again. She says simple tastes, a certain degree of courage, self-denial to a point, love of work, and above all, a clear conscience. I want you to think about that for just a second. Do you enjoy the simple things in life? Or does everything must be extravagant in order for you to say that you enjoyed it? Do you enjoy the simple walk in the park? Do you enjoy the simple foods, water, a certain degree of courage? A certain degree of courage. Courage is so undervalued. A certain degree of courage. Self-denial to a point. Are you willing to say no to yourself for some of the things that maybe you can't afford, or maybe they're just not as important right now? Saying no to yourself when everybody else is telling you to say yes, saying no to yourself, self-denial. The love of work. Do you love what you do? Do you love what you do? And above all, a clear conscience. There's nothing that's hanging over you, nor there's no cloud of darkness over you as you go about your day-to-day. You are clear. that you've done your best, you're honest in your dealings, you've not you've done nothing intentionally to harm other people or to belittle them or whatever the case may be, do you have a clear conscience? Or does guilt something that you carry with you because maybe you haven't forgiven other people or you haven't forgiven yourself for things in the past? Wow. The most thoughtful among us conclude at last that personal success must exist inside if it is to exist at all. Everybody putting down, so it's an inside job. It cannot be composed of outward signs or appearances, but only of intangible personal values stemming from a mature philosophy. One of the things which impressed the world most about Mahatma Gandhi was the published photograph of all his earthly possessions at the time he died. A pair of spectacles, a pair of sandals, a few simple garments, a spinning wheel, and a book. Yet the world knew that here had passed one of the richest of men. Perhaps the world in the wells of its consciousness was somehow aware of what Henry David Thoreau had put into this simple sentence. A man is rich in the proportions of things he can let alone. Gandhi himself often has spoken of the reduction of needs. Life to him seemed a process of gradual divestment of needs, so that from a squalling infant in the cradle who needs everything, the human being, if he lives successfully, gradually matures into an adult who needs virtually nothing. Whoa. Let me read this again. Henry David Thoreau said this: a man is rich in the proportions of things he can let alone. Gandhi often spoke of the reduction of needs. Life to him seemed a process of gradual divestment or reduction of needs, so that from a squalling infant in a cradle who needs everything, the human being, if he lives successfully, gradually matures into an adult who virtually needs nothing. Gandhi was himself an example of such growth, so rare an example that life dramatized for the rest of us how short we fall of the human growth potential. How do you guys have found, how many guys, this is, whoa, wait a second. Let me read this one more time. From a squalling infant in a cradle who needs everything, the human being, if he lives successfully, gradually matures into an adult who needs virtually nothing. How many guys are gradually maturing into the adult who virtually needs nothing? Or you find yourself still like a child who needs everything? Well, I mean, sometimes it's kind of hit hard. I mean, wait a second. Let me ask that question again. Are you an individual who's gradually maturing to need virtually nothing? Or do you find yourself still like a child who needs everything? Whoa. That to me, I'll be honest, somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. I ain't quite on Gandhi level just yet. This is not to say that poverty should be the goal, or that an ascetic denial of material progress or possessions makes one a Mahatma, a great soul. Many a great soul have been vastly surrounded by material possessions and formidably wealthy. Andrew Carnegie, Jacob Riis, Julius Rosenwald, Samuel Mather, the Guggenheims, and Russell Sage, to name a few. All these men achieved true personal success, in these cases, outward as well as inward. They managed to have the ice cream soda and the straw as well. How many guys want the ice cream and the straw? How many guys want the ice cream and the straw? I want my cake and my icing. I want the cake and I want to eat it too. There are certain constant factors to be found in true success, whether it be the success of Andrew Carnegie or of a Mahatma Gandhi. These are the essential factors independent of wealth or achievement, poverty or asceticism. These are the dynamic factors in success, the very bone and sinew of it. The first constant factor is purpose. Everybody put in the console purpose. The first common factor of success is purpose. One must know that in whatever he does, he is moving forward toward a goal. Aimlessness is the worst enemy of success. One can hardly feel successful in a bog. But as long as one has purpose, he feels that his energies and creative thought are taking him somewhere. And there's satisfaction in the journey, just as there's despair whenever we feel, as we often insightfully put it, that we're getting nowhere. Some of you guys woke up this morning, it felt like you've been making no progress. Others woke up this morning, was like, man, I'm almost there. Which one are you? Right? You woke up this morning, you lived, let's talk about this morning. Today, you felt like, man, I'm getting closer. Wherever that is, wherever it is that you're trying to get, you're getting closer to getting to that somewhere that you're trying to go. I was talking to a sister earlier today, and then we was talking about cryptocurrency and stuff, and she was like, I just wake up different. You wake up different when you wake up to $200 that you went to bed, you woke up, you had $200, you just wake up different. And she said, I feel like I'm making progress now. Financial progress, purpose. You're no longer aimlessly wandering around, waiting on life to happen to you. You're now waking up on purpose, looking forward to seizing the day because you're going somewhere. Everybody put it down, so I'm going somewhere. You're going somewhere, regardless of where that is for you. You are going somewhere. You're living life on purpose. A recent news report from Biloxi, Mississippi powerfully illustrates the role of purpose in making life worth living. A young woman, a dancer, 24 years old, jumped from a wharf in a colorful little town in an attempt to commit suicide. As she later put it, she was tired of living. A young man saw her jump from the wharf and splash into the water. Forgetting that he himself didn't know how to swim, he stripped off his coat and leaped from the wharf after her in a blind attempt to save a fellow human being. He began to thresh about in the water and was in serious danger of drowning when a young dancer, her own despair momentarily forgotten, began to paddle her way toward him. As he was gulping for water and gasping for breath, she grabbed hold of him and pulled him safely ashore. Instead of ending her own life, she had saved the life of another. In that crucial moment when she saw the young man struggling for life, her own life suddenly gained something that it had lacked before. Suddenly, it gained purpose. And so what was drowned there in the waters beneath the wharf was merely her despair and not her spirit. She had known in a dramatic flash the difference between having nothing to live for and something to live for. And having pulled the young man to safety, she was herself taken to the hospital, treated for exposure, and released with a new lease on life. Now, all of us have such stark encounters with purpose or the lack of it, but each of us has known occasions in life when life was suddenly vibrant and alive because we were going somewhere. And constrainingly bleak occasions when life seemed like a wooden horse at the end of a road which says dead end. Success to be true must have an abiding sense of purpose. Otherwise, though one may vegetate successfully, one cannot live successfully. The first element or ingredient to forming, or to fashioning your own brand of success is purpose. The second, success has the intrinsic character of a batting average. It is not all of a piece, not every hour nor every day and uniformly successful. Rather, there are upturns in success separated by valleys of failure. Recently, I met a successful television producer responsible for turning out an intensely complex and difficult program every day. He remarked, I'd go crazy if I tried to judge every day's performance against an absolute standard of perfection. The television producer said this, I would go crazy if I tried to judge every day's performance against an absolute standard of perfection. Is it possible that some of you have been driving yourself crazy because you've been judging today with an absolute standard of perfection? These are the perfectionists out there. Today didn't go perfect, so it must not have been a good day. I don't know about that. Have you been driving yourself crazy because you've been judging your day against an absolute standard of perfection? All I try for is a good batting average. Everybody put in console batting average. I know very well that sometimes I'm going to foul out, but so long as I get my share of singles and doubles, perhaps on occasion a home run, I don't mind the inevitable errors and the strikeouts. So too, a successful life will have its days or even years of failure. It will certainly have its moments of utter washout. These are not blights upon such a life, but merely the inevitable failings would bear testimony to the fact that success isn't easy. The psychiatrist tells us of compulsive types of individuals who cannot bear a moment of failure. Actually, such people never taste real success. They rather have the constant flavor of mediocrity. Upon their tongues. They fear even the slightest failure, lest it topple their trembling confidence in themselves. With more firmly anchored confidence, a person is able to absorb occasional failure. In fact, with the close touch to reality, the mature individual knows that occasional failure is inevitable, and he wastes less energy in fretting over it so that he may have more energy with which to bid for the success he seeks. In growing up, each of us must learn sooner or later that every day isn't Christmas. And so in courting success, we must learn that every effort cannot be crowned with glory. Let me go back here. Wow, I told y'all, that's why he said you got to have pen and paper. He says, man, those that are in a close touch to reality, the mature individual knows that occasional failure is inevitable, and he wastes less energy in fretting over it. Now, I think the good book says something like this. It says, don't fret and don't worry. It talks a lot about not worrying. Don't fret. Don't fret over the things that don't go the way that you want them to do. If you don't fret over those things, you'll have more energy with which to bid for the success that you seek. You'll have more energy available to go after what you want than to spend time fretting over what you don't want. That's the mature individual. Now, there's a difference between aging and maturing. Yeah, you're going to age naturally. You're going to get older. That does not necessarily mean that you will mature. This is why when I talk to some old folks, I tell them you are not, although you're my ancestor, although you're older than me, you're not going to bully me because you're older than me. Because although you're older than me, you could be less mature than me. So you're not going to bully me because of your age. Because I'm a grown ass man, dog. That could work when I was 16 years old. Okay, I'm sorry. So we got purpose. We got batting average. Third. A third constant ingredient of success is the price of it. Everybody putting constant the price of success. There's no success for free. One of the wondrous aspects of these lives of ours, a somewhat mystical aspect, is our constitutional inability to enjoy what we have not earned. Psychiatrists' couches are deeply shaped by the contours of coddled middle-aged women who have been given just about everything they ever asked for, but find themselves strangely unable to discover any joy in life. Some psychiatrists someday should explore the human personality for a subtle little balance scale, which I'm sure exists there. And if he finds it and closely examines it, I believe he will note that joy is written upon the poise and effort upon the counterpoise. The joy of success, it seems, must be counterbalanced by the effort to achieve it. Everybody put it down, so effort. The joy of success must be counterbalanced by the effort to achieve it. How many guys enjoyed something much more when you had to work for it? I'm telling you, I'm telling you, when I had to work for the cookies, oh my goodness. Oh Lord. I mean, the greatest sex I ever had was the sex I had to work for. I mean, oh my goodness. It's after dark, guys. It's after dark. Don't be getting mad at me. It's after dark. It's after dark. Woo! I had to get a little sex in there. Huh? It's after dark. Okay. The joy of success, it seems, must be counterbalanced by the effort to achieve it. And that's a mystical little aspect of human character, which exists in all of us. During a recent commencement week at Oberlin College, I especially noted among the conferrals of honorary degrees, the citation appended to an LLD awarded to Theodore E. Steinway, president of Steinway and Sons. It noted that that the Steinways had produced 342,000 pianos, used and abused by pianists from Liszt to Rubinstein II. And the citation also observed in one of their concert grants, 243 taut strings exert a pull of 40,000 pounds on an iron frame. Theodore E. Steinway gives constant proof that out of great tension may come great harmony. Out of great tension may come great harmony. Out of great tension may come great harmony. Now think about this for a second. Now I don't know if this is true for you, but I will say for me, some of my greatest friendships have been developed through tension. That we've gone through something together, and now we can testify. And we're much better friends than these fair weather friends who have been through nothing together. Some of my greatest friendships started with arguments or debates, and now we're like we iron is sharper than iron. How many guys have that testimony? That's not all of them. I mean, they're not all fiery, but I'm just saying, when I look at the deep relationships that I have that mean something, we have been through something, right? We may have started out well, then we went through something, and then we came through that something, and now we're stronger because of it. I'm pretty sure every marriage can testify to that your marriage is stronger because you actually went through something together. It wasn't always roses. I'm sure. I'm not married, but I'm sure. I'm sure of it. Right? Bethany said, I got a testimony. Right? So great tension may come with great tension may come great harmony. Great harmony. Perhaps this is the yin and the yang of existence in the Western world. The hooked half circle of joy nestles against the half circle of effort. Thus, tension and harmony share their oneness within an all-embracing arc, and in quite the same relationship, success and the price of it coexist as an inseparable whole. The price. So we have purpose, we have your average, your batting average, and we have the price. The fourth essential ingredient to fashioning your own brand of success, without which success is not success, the fourth ingredient is satisfaction. One man's meat is, of course, another man's poison, and so satisfaction to one man may stem from the amassing of a fortune, while another man it may come from the writing of a poem, but certainly neither man can claim success at all if there's no satisfaction in either the fortune or the poem. Success must be enjoyed. Everybody put that in the comments below. Success must be enjoyed. This is why I love the BBC family. You know how much fun we be having? I mean, they be cracking me up every day. We be having it. I mean, I have fun getting rich, but we have fun just going after our goals. We truly laugh. I be cracking up when I just go to the page, when I just go to the group. Success must be enjoyed. It must be enjoyed. You must enjoy it. It may be won through with tears, but it must be crowned with laughter. Otherwise, the effort may be worthwhile. It may be good or even great, but for the individual without the inner laughter, which is known by another name as satisfaction, there can hardly be success. This has become one of the strange anomalies of our time, that so many have all the outward trappings of success without the essential inner trappings of it. They don't feel success. Instead of a warmth inside, there's barrenness. I've worked and I slaved and knocked myself out for what? Has become the refrain. The satisfaction of success need not be identifiable by anyone else or to anyone else, so long as the person himself knows it is there. A school teacher working on a meager salary and with the diminished respect that school teachers command these days might not be regarded as very successful by the community at large. But if it is in his own heart, there is a good feeling, a conviction that he is doing well at the work he loves, then an essential ingredient of success is his, whether anyone knows it or not. No, so much of this ingredient depends upon the individual's own attitude rather than upon the overt evidence. For example, one carpenter might feel an utter failure because he must ply a trade with his hands and take orders from a boss, while other men sit in offices and dictate to secretaries. Yet another carpenter on the very same job might feel the satisfaction of the master craftsman because his skill at shaping the board and fitting the joint. I know a carpenter of this latter stamp, a man who need bow to no one, for he has the mastery of a trade. And for all our lives of modern gadgetry in the two metal glass brick fronts of our existence, such mastery is still a mark of virtue. A pastor may feel the inner satisfaction of success. In his quiet rounds, he brings a touch of God to fellow beings. So may a manufacturer, if he feels his product is the best of its kind, a source of pride to him. So may a professional baseball player, if he loves the game. So may a housewife, if her daily chores are purposeful and creative, not just irksome. Satisfaction, stemming largely from an attitude, is available to all. In that it begins inside, a kind of central nugget deep in the strata of our souls. Here's my question to you, beautiful people. Just today itself, just if you think about today, as we're getting to the end of our day, are you satisfied? Was today a day of satisfaction for you? Do you feel on the inside, do you feel satisfied? Do you feel good about today? Just today. Yesterday is gone, tomorrow's not promised. Today, I can judge today. How do I feel about today? What was my attitude about today? Am I satisfied? Woo! And a final basic element of success is spirituality. So we got purpose, we got our batting average, got the price of it, satisfaction, and spirituality. It is hard to imagine anyone feeling successful without also feeling related somehow to the greater purposes of life and to the author of those purposes. Whether one is a successful hobo or a successful banker, he must, if he is to sense the full bouquet of success, have a conviction, however subtle, that he is in tune with God. He must sense somehow the pervasive currents of God's existence and recognize his own existence in those currents too. Again, this is personal. The spirituality of a successful hobo and the spirituality of a successful banker hardly could be sounded in the same octave, yet, though far apart in scale, they form a harmony. It is not the disparity of outlook or vocation which counts, but rather the fact that both are in tune with life and its maker. Success is no straitjacket. It is no mold with which all must be poured. It is no rigid stamp. It is as individual as our fingerprints or the look in our eyes. All we need is the courage to be and realize ourselves. All we need is the courage to be and the courage to realize ourselves. How to fashion your own brand of success. How to fashion your own brand of success. Lesson 2 in the University of Success. This is the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark. Reading the University of Success. And I'd like to know your takeaway from today. What seed has been sown into your spirit, your mind, your psyche, as you prepare quite possibly to end your night? Understanding that your subconscious might be really open as you meditate on some of the things that we covered today. I'm asking you to answer this question in the comments below. What did you learn today? What's your takeaway? Was this worth your time? And why? We don't do this just to do this, beautiful people. We do this to make a difference, to make an impact. And I hope that you've exchanged your time for something that is valuable, which is an impact on your life to help you be the very best you that you can be. Now, I know I talk much faster than you type, so while you guys are sharing your feedback from your experience tonight on the New Black Wall Street Book Club, I'll go ahead and let you guys know some of the people, some of the businesses that have made this thing become a reality. They said, you know what? We believe this is valuable. You know what? We're going to put our money where our mouth is. You know what? We're going to help the New Black Wall Street Book Club be a continuance of LeVar Burton's The Reading Rainbow 2.0. 30 minutes a night to help keep your righteous mind right. 30 minutes a night to keep your righteous mind right. Our sponsors, right? First sponsor, Black-owned business, the Black Bazaar, the Afrocentric Marketplace, that specializes in Afrocentric home decor, personal care products, also Black art-inspired gifts. You can shop Black at the Black Bazaar, simply checking out the website, www.theblackbazaar.com. Yes, I sponsor my own stuff. Absolutely. Right. Blackberry Charisma, Black woman-owned business who put her money where her mouth is. Say, you know what? This is valuable. Want to make sure we bring this to our community so that the community can share it out. She specializes in custom crafts to be able to get make your shirts, your branding and marketing, your mugs and stuff like that. She also has a pretty dope line of lingerie. Check her out, a Black woman-owned business that you can do business with at www.blackberrycharisma.com. Another Black woman-owned business here, 5 Factor Consulting, who put her money where her mouth is, says, you know what, this is valuable. We want to make sure that this continues to bring forth in front of our community so our community can share it out. 5 Factor Consulting is going to help you get your money right? Going to help you to repair your credit, to increase your cash flow, and to help you get to the wealthy place. Check her out at 5factorconsulting.com. That's right, www.5factorconsulting.com. And our last sponsor, another Black woman-owned business, who put her money where her mouth is. Says, you know what? This is valuable. We want to make sure that we continue to bring this in front of the community so the community can share it out. BigSisMediaGroup.com to be able to help you to stay relevant, to help you with your website in 2021, help you with all your digital needs in 2021, help you get your first commercial or more commercials or trailers and all that stuff that you might need, video for your business or for your project, whatever the case may be. Check her out by simply going to the website, www.bigsismediagroup.com, www.bigsismediagroup.com. Listen, there would be no brand of ERGJ as you see it today if it wasn't for Big Sis. So go ahead and check out Big Sis at bigsismediagroup.com. Let's catch up on these comments, man. See what you guys see, the impact that we've made here tonight. See if we did a good thing here tonight on the New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark Edition, okay? After Dark Edition, man. Yes, he said, man, today I needed to do more work. Yes, do it till you're satisfied or whatever the song says. Absolutely. Success must be enjoyed. I'm liking the BBC TV channel, One Stop Shop. Absolutely. Oh, I forgot about that. Make sure you check us out, like and share. Like and follow our new channel, right, where we have all this content on BBC TV. I'll go ahead and leave that in the comments below for you guys to be able to find that real easily while I get these comments as well. I forgot about that. It's new. It's new. We just got this thing started, but this is where you're going to have a lot of cool, Black content for our community. Okay, we're starting a network. We're a decentralized network. We are becoming our own media, and you can support that as well. Okay. All right, Shiro, good reading. This has you thinking differently. Absolutely. Continuous valuable information was worth my time, man. Darren Smith, success is within us all. We have to go get it, right? Blackberry Charisma, right? Reading Rainbow 2.0. Take a look. It's in a book, right? Teresa Gilliard, there's a price for success that must be earned. Courage, self-denial, love of work, and a clear conscience is all personal, right? Vote Team Supreme. Absolutely enjoy this. Success must be fun and do more of it each day. Anybody else? Any other feedback? Anything else? Anybody else got something out of tonight? You got something out of tonight? You want to share that with us here? I'll go ahead and do that as well. So we will be back. Give you a little bit more time for anybody else that wants to share. We'll be back in the morning. We do for our BBC members, for our crypto people. We'll be back with our crypto session at 5:30. We'll be back in the morning at 7 o'clock for our original Black Billionaires Club, which is going through the wealth choice. So that'll be at 7 o'clock in the morning. So we got an evening session, we got a morning session. And then tomorrow is Black Woman Wednesday too. That's right. Black Woman Wednesdays tomorrow will be here at 8 o'clock on, again, BBC TV, celebrating and supporting and highlighting all of our beautiful sisters that are out here doing their dang on thing with their Black girl magic, okay? Doing their thing with their Black girl magic. Well, Brother Hugh said, man, great value tonight. Appreciate you, brother. Well, beautiful people, I want to say thanks so much for tuning in tonight. New Black Wall Street Book Club After Dark, right? 30 minutes a night to keep your mind right. 30 minutes a night to keep your mind right. Make sure you have your pen and paper, your tablet, whatever you need to be able to capture whatever download you're going to get tonight, because you're opening up your subconscious for change. And as you change, as you get better, things get better. Your bank account gets better. Your relationships get better. It all starts with you. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village. It starts with us. Let's build as we climb together. We all we got, beautiful people. Matter of fact, we really need. And thank God, that's more than enough. Until next episode, you know what time it is. Mr. DJ, hit the music.
New black. It's the New Black Wall Street Book Club. With your host, Evan Jefferson. It's time for us to go. Yeah. Now, you ain't got to leave the computer, but we encourage you to get out there and learn and apply all the things you learn at the New Black Wall Street Book Club. Yeah. The New Black Wall Street. The New Black Wall Street Book Club.